righty then. All right, spare team, we on this one again. Come on, ancestors, guardian angels. Get a little sip of that water. Hey, DeWeeders, appreciate you jumping in. Jalen, Nita B, appreciate y'all jumping on in. Cowboy, appreciate you jumping in. We about to get revved up. Miss Celeste, I appreciate you jumping in. Man, we got folks jumping in early this morning. It must be Wednesday. Come on in, y'all. Y'all know we talking about narcissism. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Let me stretch out. This one might get kind of good. I'm going to use a whole lot of my personal experience. Penelope, I appreciate you jumping in. Bunny, Sharon, Adelaide, I hope I said it right. Appreciate you jumping in. Let my voice get kind of warmed up. Solo Fearless, appreciate you jumping in. Sound like that lone wolf mentality like myself to a point. Solo Fearless, appreciate you jumping in. Leah, appreciate you jumping in. All right, folks, let's go. Hey, look, for those you don't know me, my name is Leo. Certified life coach, certified transformation coach. I help people heal. Again, I help people heal who are in and trying to leave the narcissistic relationship. And yes, I do help the narcissist heal. And yes, folks find that kind of crazy because I was an extreme narcissist. I can't tell you which level was I covert, malignant. I can't tell you that. I really don't know yet as I'm still healing my, hey, morning you too. I'm still healing a lot of narcissistic tendencies that I had. Now look, folks, let me put this out here. This is for the TikTok police that's always probing me, trying to put me in jail. Take what you need, put in your pocket, the rest throw it away. This is purely entertainment. Purely entertainment. If you are in an abusive relationship, whether it's mentally or physically, go get yourself a professional. A professional. Get yourself a therapist or a clinician. I am a certified life coach, certified transformation coach. I help people heal holistically. I help people heal holistically. And look, folks, you know what we're going to talk about? Man, we're going to talk about this dating thing. Let's talk about dating right quick. And your chances that you might have a narcissist sitting in front of you. Now, look, this is just from pure experience. And I'm going to throw a lot of what I used to do. Now, what sparked this live was I have a client. Me and this client, we've been together for a while. And she was telling me a lot of things that happened, man. We laughing back and forth and stuff. But it caused me to do a little bit more research. And I said, you know what? Let's do a live that's talking about dating and that's a potential narcissist sitting across from you. Now, folks, this is both for men and women. I can speak a lot from a man's point of view because, heck, I was a narcissist. I played the game. I was that guy who had the multiple females, no good, dirty rat. That was me all day long. I'm transparent about this. Hey, folks, share this live. Follow me for more because you know I'm very transparent when I talk about this. Well, I'm going to ask y'all a question, man. Put this in the comment. Why are we so afraid to interview that person we're talking to? Why are we so afraid to ask those questions that we want to ask like at the 100th date when it's really too doggone late? Hey, folks, look, let me give you some words of wisdom and some words from me. You letting somebody in your energy, I don't care who they are. You have the right to interview them like as if they applying for a job. Hey, Columbia Spice, I see you, sis. Morning, you too. Folks, interview that person. I don't give a doggone how they gonna feel. That's your energy you letting them in. Look, let it rip. Let it rip, folks. Don't sit down there and hold yourself back because you don't want that potential person to run away from you. What's meant to be ain't gonna never miss you. If that person meant to be with you, they gonna be with you. I'm telling you, period, point blank. Interview them. Interview them. I don't give a doggone how he look or how she look. Interview them. You should have yourself about 100 questions ready to go, ready to rip. I'm telling you, ask those questions. How was your last relationship? Look, folks, let me tell you something. Somebody really want to be with you, they're going to answer those questions. They're not going to hide from them questions. If they don't want to answer those questions, you need to tip yourself up out of there real quick. Or that'd be the last day. Hey, look, we can talk as friends on the phone. But a person, I tell her everything, taking accountability of my action. Yes, so that's what I'm talking about, Solo Fearless. Folks, ask those questions. Ask them. You're letting them in your energy. Don't sit there and be all quiet because you too scared you're going to run them off. Folks, you attracted that person. Somehow, some way, y'all got together. It's time to get them interview questions revved up. How many kids you got? How many ex-wives you got? Ex-girlfriends you got? What you do for a living? Where you live? I was looking at an Instagram thing, right? And there's this lady is very prominent. She's very prominent. And she was talking about a date that she went on, right? And if this lady ever come across this, I mean this as no disrespect whatsoever. I'm a fan. But what she was saying, what she said was, I guess the man was probing some questions, right? You know, they was going back and forth, and she really don't lay on the line what she does. And I respect that. But the man made a gesture. Now, I don't know the gesture that he made, he you know, because she said what she does because she's very up there. He asked a question in reference to something that'd be more relatable to the kitchen. And folks, I'm going to tell you something. I've made a million and one mistakes asking women questions. I do. Now, me with the common sense that I have, there's a couple questions I'm not asking a woman. I ain't asking a woman her weight. That's some questions I'm not asking. I can already look and I can tell you your size. I can tell you if you were a 14, 16, or you know, and I can tell what you're wearing just by looking at you. You know what I'm saying? But folks, we need to be really cognizant that if somebody makes a mistake, which we will make a mistake, don't take that and run with it. But honestly, I'd rather be alone since I'm still healing the process. Yes, indeed. And I'm going to talk about that. Hey, folks, you know, I'm glad you said that. Let me get on this. Folks, we can be on a healing journey for the rest of our lives. But I will tell you something. The universe, God, source, energy, whoever you give reverence to, will put someone in your life, whether it be somebody you about to date or somebody in that workplace that's going to mirror some aspect of you. In other words, we can't run from it. I tried to run. Believe me, it didn't work. It sent me a female who I dated, and it put everybody in the workplace. And it mirrored what was going on inside me. So, folks, on the healing journey, I will tell you, we are always ongoing. I will tell everybody, man, go and heal yourself, period, point blank. Heal, sit in isolation. But it's going to come that time. The test is coming. I'm telling you, your test is coming. You can't run from the test. You can't duck. You can't hide. You can go sit in the mountains. The test is coming, whether it's this lifetime or the next lifetime. Because I'll never forget when I came here to Texas. When I came back and I got this job in Texas, I'm sitting across from my boss and we chopping it up. And she said one thing. I said to her, I said, you know what? I'm going to get tested while I'm here. She said, yes, you definitely going to get tested while you're here. And as sure as me and her talking about it, and she's on a spiritual journey also, I got tested a kabillion times. And those tests were for me to level up to my next higher self. So we can't run from it. I don't care how much we sit in isolation, solitude, we can't run it. When it's that time for that test to come, the soul is going to have that test come. The soul is trying to evolve. We can sit here as, because we spiritual beings inside this human body. But on the soul's journey is at the soul's pace. It's not at your pace because you can't control it. That's what makes life real bad. It do. I'm telling you, folks, everything I'm going to tell you is from pure experience. I'm telling you, we can't run from it. Folks, I've been sat down in isolation, solitude for so long, and believe you me, when the universe deems it necessary, God, source, and whoever you give reverence to, when it's time for that test, you're not going to know when it's coming. You can't predict it. It's just going to happen. Hey, for those you don't know, my name is Leo, certified life coach, certified transformation coach. I help people heal who are in and trying to leave the narcissistic relationship, and I help the narcissist heal. Folks, we can't hide from it. You might be on a lunch date with somebody you work with and they say the wrong thing to you, or you just can't hide from it. We cannot hide, we cannot prevent it, and we cannot control it. The more you control it, the more painful it becomes. I'm being 100 with you. I got it on both ends. Lady Alexandra, hello. Hey, hop on in, Lady Alexandra. Hey, appreciate you jumping on in. Get in the game. You fam. Hop on in. Me, that relationship. I see you, Gina, baby. I see you. See a couple other folks. Hey, appreciate y'all jumping on in. But look, folks, we can't hide from it. I don't care. I got it on both ends. I got it in the job, and I got it in the relationship. I had all the all the traits of narcissism right around me. You can't hide from it. I will tell you, go do your healing work. Start doing, and let me give y'all, I'm going to give y'all a good hint and a half that's going to help you for your healing journey. Don't look at everything as, I wasted my time with that person. No, you sit back and say, you know what, let me see these lessons. That's what's going to help you overcome a lot of those things. If you was with that narcissist that did you dirt, you know what I'm saying, that did you wrong, Don't sit there and be bitter. Sit there and start thinking about what did that person do to me? And start writing it down, because journaling, put it on paper, is the best thing. Start looking backwards. Start looking backwards like, okay, let me see what's going on with this. Why am I mad because of this? Why that person triggered me with this and triggered me with that? Period. Because if you by yourself, you can only think backwards. And I'm not saying sit in the past. You don't have to sit in the past. But don't neglect it as if you didn't learn valuable lessons, because that's what I had to do. I was always ducking and running from my past. I had to go back to connect the dots backwards to get to where I'm at right here. I had to look at the relationship between me and my ex-wife, me and ex-girlfriends. I had to look at all those relationships and start connecting dots. You cannot hide from it, no matter what. Yes, sir, that's what I do. Take accountability. Yes, indeed. Lady Alexandra, I appreciate you. Man, we got some names popping up. Hey, folks, I appreciate y'all jumping in, but we can't hide from it. It's just what it is. That's what I'm saying. If you getting ready to go out dating, and folks, I'm 57. I don't care what nobody tell me. I still think I'm 25. And if a woman walk up on me and that vibe is hitting right there, we going on a date. And she gonna get interviewed, period, point blank, because now you coming into my energy. I don't look at it as me going in yours. You coming into my energy. I'm being honest. And she should feel the exact same way. I'm very transparent. What question you want to ask? You want to ask the last time I had sex? I'm going to tell you when the last time I had sex. Ain't no hiding, because now you have a choice if you want to deal with me. It's choices every day. It starts with your mind control so you can start healing and accountability. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Confirmation about having back and forth. Yes, ma'am. Yes. You can only, that's how you got to connect them dots. But folks, if you about to go on that date, I don't care if it's that lunch date with that coworker, I don't care if it's that lunch date, I don't care if it's any date, whatever potential mate, interview, you have the right to ask those questions. The person you work with, you probably already know a lot about them. They might say something out of the woodwork like X, Y, Z. Well, why you feel that way? Don't look at them as something wrong. That might be a message in that. That's what I'm saying. We go on these dates, we go with people, but we don't interview them. We don't ask all those pertinent questions. Ask those questions. You have every right to ask 10,000 questions, and you deserve 11,000 answers. Well, I'm going to say 10,000 because my next thing I'm going to talk about is really going to highlight something. Folks, women, pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. Confirmation about having back and forth, yes. Folks, let me tell you something. You go on that date, and you've been alone by yourself. Folks, this happened to me. I was by myself for a good hot minute. I'm like, oh, snap. Because we get lonely as humans. We do get lonely. We get lonely. Period. I'm being honest. Ain't nobody gonna say, well, I ain't lonely. Okay, well, you got cats licking on your dog, whatever. I got it. We all want someone in our life. We all want that special someone. We might say, oh, man, that's my twin flame or that's my soulmate. Folks, twin flame and soulmates, they ain't gonna always come wrapped up in bows and everything like it's a present. It's a present, but it's not gonna be what you expect. It's gonna be what you need. Your need for you to get your next highest level. They might be with you for a month. They might be with you for a year. They might be with you for 10 years. You don't know that. Don't sit there and get latched on thinking that, oh my God, this person treats you like dirt the whole time. You don't learn a lesson. Now you stuck in that loop. Folks, I've been there. I'm trying to tell you, you stuck in that loop. Ask those questions. Ask those questions. I'm going to tell you in the beginning. Look, folks, let me tell you. In the beginning, all you're going to get is the love bombing. Oh, you the most beautiful thing in the world. Oh, my God, you feel like my soulmate. Folks, somebody start talking to you like that, you might want to start like, okay, ding, 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 ding. Why are they saying that to me? Ask them, why do you feel that way? Now you remind them of somebody. Folks, let me tell you something. A narcissist is attracted to your light, just like the narcissist is attracted to your light, but you are attracting that narcissist based on what they lack also. We all branches of the same tree, fractals of the all. But at the end of the day, if you're sitting across from that person, pay attention. You have every right. Women, ask those questions. Ask those questions. Ask those questions. Don't be afraid to lose nobody in this lifetime. I don't want to be in a loop. Stay with me on this one because I got you. Folks, ask those questions. Ask the personal questions. What you do for a living? How much you make for a year? Now, let me talk about something. You get on social media. Everybody got this little thing about a man should make this amount or a woman should make this amount. It don't matter. Folks, it does not matter what somebody make. It should not matter. Yes, people want to stay in their class. I got it. But love don't give a doggone about that. You think the universe, God, source, energy give a doggone about what class you in? They don't care. Higher powers don't care. Your ancestors don't care. No, they don't care. Period. I see, yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah, teamwork matters. It don't care. I see some of these things and people get drawn to this. Oh man, a man has to make 6 figures. He's got to do all these things. Okay, and then you get on the other side, man, well, she got to do all these things. Folks, it doesn't matter. And I know it's going to sound crazy to some, but it does not matter. Because in our minds nowadays, if you start looking back in the old days, dad came home, gave mom the check, mom took care of everything, right? Okay, but nobody wants to think about that. And I'm not saying that's the way to go. But what I am telling you is this is how much work are you doing you? How much are you putting in the work with you? Yes, I used to look at the Kevin Samuel videos and how women would come on saying, well, I want all these things in a man. And he would pretty much so shut them down. And honestly, to me, he was right to a certain extent, but everybody has wants, right? And there's nothing wrong with you wanting what you want. I would never fault a woman who have 10 kids and she want to remain celibate the first year that she's with the man. I wouldn't blame her for that because now she's making changes in her life. Even if she got 10 kids, she decided to make a change and she put standards out there. We can all have standards. Me as a man, I have standards. I can care less if you work at Mickey D's. You can flip those burgers, but if you got dreams, goals, and aspirations, come on into the Leo program. I don't need nobody that's going to be an energy vampire. I need to know how we going to circulate this energy and how we going to give this energy out to the world. If this person has a genuine heart to help people, you in the Leo camp. If you ain't trying to help nobody, all you want to do is me, you ain't in the Leo camp. I can care less if you out there and you doing Uber and all those things. Because I will tell you, there's a lot of beautiful people out there. When you start putting tags on people, you lose out. You lose out, period, point blank. If you love her, you will respect that. And it's the same thing with a man. If you love a man, you will respect that. Folks, this is a two-way street. This is not a one-way street. I'm being very honest with you. We need to get out of our mindset that you have to have a person that makes a certain amount of money. You have to. If you don't, you ain't never going to sit down and find out what it truly means to be in a relationship. Because you never know. You might meet that man or that woman that's working in Mickey D's. They have dreams, goals, and aspirations. You gave them the opportunity. You could be the 6-figure earner. You could be the woman making 6 figures. You bring a man in your house that's cutting grass let's say this man, let's say he works at McDonald's, right? Let's say he makes $30,000 a year, but you make 100 plus, right? And I'm gonna get to what one of my pet peeves when it comes to a man. But my thing is, if this man got dreams, goals, and aspirations, you never know where that man's gonna go. And if you supporting that man, women and men, and I'm gonna go on the other side also, if you are supporting one another, that man might be the next billionaire. But for some of us, and women, it's on the flip side also. You could be a man like myself making 6 figures and you got that woman who's flipping burgers. She might be cleaning hotel rooms. My mom was a hotel maid. She was cleaning rooms. She could be that person, but she got dreams, goals, and aspirations. Okay, let's blow some light into that. Let's blow that fire into that. And next thing you know, man, her business is $1 billion business. That's why we need to sit down and stop looking at the outside and look at the inside. Now, let me back on something. There's going to be a natural attraction somewhere. It's going to be a natural attraction. Men are visual creatures. I got it. Women may be visual creatures also, but I think they're more emotional. I'm not a subject matter expert on women. But I will tell you, folks, when somebody resonates with you and they have potential, you're going to know it. You're going to know it. But if you sitting across the table with somebody and they hogging the whole conversation, they hogging it, they just going, they ripping it, and you sitting there quiet just listening, You talking for 1 minute, they talking for 30 minutes straight, all about them. Yeah, that's a potential narcissist right there. Or they swing that conversation back on you. Like, you talking about, hey, I do that, but I do this. And the conversation get pulled right back into them. That's a potential narcissist. Now you like, okay, this girl might be a potential narcissist. Because I had it happen to me. A beautiful queen, beautiful queen, both in the spiritual world. She can go. She can talk, she can go. But folks, I'm here to tell you, she was mirroring me because I know I can go. I know I can talk because if I'm passionate about something, I'm going to talk about it. So I'm here to tell you right now, you will know. It's something to look at like, okay, this person likes to do a whole lot of talking. All right, let me write that down. That person does not really care about what I do. You're going to get that. If you sitting there with the interview in mind, makes a lot of sense. Hey, solo fears, I'm trying to throw it at you from experience. You will know, folks. Sit down. If a person is generally wanting to get to know you, they're going to ask you a lot of questions. What do you do for a living? If you get offended or they get offended when you ask that question, you might, okay, this is a friend, period. We will talk to each other every now and again if we do that much. You will know. Ask those questions. You have standards. Create your standards. Create your standards. I'm going to tell you, even a six-figure man could be a narcissist and a six-figure woman could be a narcissist. 7, 8, 9, 10. They can be a narcissist also. So don't sit down there and think that the narcissist is like way down here. You know, we all over the place. Folks, I make six figures, and I'm telling you, yeah, I still suffer with narcissistic tendencies till this day, and I'm healing all of those because even as I'm talking to you, as I do my research, I'm like, okay, Leo, that's something that you got to work on. Do the work. Go journal it. Why is that? Why are these things triggering you? But on your date, folks, interview. Ask those questions. You will know if somebody love bombing you. Oh my God, you my soulmate right off the cuff. Wait, hold on. We just start talking. Bro, no, you don't know if that's a serial killer sitting in front of you. You don't know who that is in front of you. They already talking about, man, we soulmates. Wait, where you get that from? Where you get that from? And believe you me, folks, you're not going to pick up on it until you know what to pick up on. Because not everybody is going to be a narcissist that's going to be sitting in front of you. Not everybody. Not everybody. You're not going to know it until it's way too late. Way too late. They done got the hooks into you. You know what I'm saying? If you got somebody who knows what they doing, they going to sink them hooks into you. Men, pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. It's just me. It's just me. Men, don't go live in some woman's house. I'm just telling you just like this. If you living in a woman's house, and I know somebody might, oh, that's so wrong, that's so wrong. Look, this is a Leo thing. I've been through it. I'm going to put it out there. Have your own. Work towards having your own. Now, if you got an apartment and that's your apartment, I got it. I got it. You got your own spot. But don't sit down, well, I'm going to go live with old girl. Women, if a man does that, you need to be like, hold on, partner. Hold up. You need to stop him at the door. Stop him at the door. Hitting the half of your, especially if it's been like a week, 2 weeks, a month, stop him at the door. Men, same thing. Old girl trying to move in, stop right there. Be very transparent about what you're doing, but stop them right there and say, hold on, we need to get you straight. Yes, in this day and age, Sister T, I see you. In this day and age, we got people who want to go live with each other after about 2 weeks, a month. Oh, stop right there. Stop. Hold up, wait, what you doing for you? I will always say to any woman in my face, anybody, I don't want no woman dependent upon me, because if I'm not here tomorrow, where does that leave you? Think about it. Where does that leave you? What? That's what I'm saying. I've heard, I want a man to take care of me. Okay, he dies tomorrow. Where you at? You down square root one. Unless you got access to all the bank accounts. And if you ain't married to him, you ain't getting crap. Period, point blank. You're going to be caught up in litigation with the family. I'm giving you experience, folks. I've seen this firsthand. That's why I'm saying it's so key for you to sit down and interview that person. Ask that person a question. Folks, when you ask that person in front of you that you might be potentially want to date, and you ask them about their last relationships, why they didn't work, and all it seems like that they the victim, you need to walk away from them, because the victim mentality, that's a narcissist. I'm going to tell you right off the back. That's a pure D narcissist. Any accountable man and woman, I'm going to say that any accountable man and accountable woman will sit there and probably give an answer like, you know what? I had a lot to do with our relationship ending. This was all my issues. I was wrong. They're not going to say nothing bad about the other person, regardless if the other person says something bad about them. A stand-up man and a stand-up woman will not have nothing negative to say about the partners or whoever they were with. They won't. They may say something like, yeah, they got some issues to work through, and I wish them well. Everything is about your intentions. If you sitting across the table from someone, and I'm gonna say this also, because you see it on social media, where you might find a guy or a gal, they take their significant other out to a restaurant, but the restaurant got to have a dollar value. Why? Why? Should there be a dollar amount? And maybe that might be in the young females. I don't know. I don't know. For me, yes, I eat at certain restaurants. Do I do vegan restaurants? Yes, I am plant-based. I do plant-based restaurants. Do I do the Papados? Shoot, it's a blue moon. Do I do the $200 and $500 steakhouses? If they got plant-based on that menu, Leo hungry, Leo gonna do it. That's just how I'm moving. But I'm not gonna sit there and say, okay, I gotta make this a priority that I take you to a $500 a restaurant because you might be a potential. And female, that's on the back end. It's on both ends, folks. Don't put a dot. Man, look, somebody want to be with you, split your D's might be on the menu. Hey, man, let's go to McDonald's. Well, I don't eat McDonald's. What you eat? You want to go to Popeyes? They got red beans and rice. Man, let's go over there and get that. You're going to enjoy each other's company more than anything else. You're going to enjoy the conversation, but now you're sitting across from someone and say, you know what? They don't have a dollar sign on them. Right? So pay attention. I'm giving you the game. You're not going to be able to hide from this. You're not going to be able to hide from this. Yes, I know we'll have women and we'll have men. Man, if old girl come in this house, she got to be submissive. Women, pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. If a man, and it goes on, I see it all the time. I want a woman to bring me peace and be submissive. That should be an X in your block. Keep him as a friend because he hasn't found it in himself. A man can submit to himself. A man will submit to himself because if a man is wanting to heal, he will submit to himself. The peace that a man looks for is already within him. Folks, I talk about the trip that I went on to Belize. I sat in Belize for 4 days, 4 days, 4 nights. I don't know how to do the math. It was the last day that I was there. A peace came over me that I never thought I ever had. I say, shoot, I came all the way to Belize to find it. If the plane was sitting right across from me, I'd hopped on the plane and came back home. It's already within you. You don't have to search for it outside of you. Period, point blank. Men, you can't be a Captain Saver. Y'all know what I'm going to say. You can't be that person. Yes, the female might get emotional. She might have all this stuff going on. She might love to talk. Folks, men is the same thing. Don't sit down there and think you can always save a woman. And women, you can't be a saver bro. You can't. They have to save themselves. It sounds mean. It sounds selfish. But that's just it. Period, point blank. If you got a person sitting in front of you and they always the victim of something that happens to them in their life, they don't take accountability and action for what they did, or it's like I did 10 things, but I take actions for one, you need to be looking at them cross-eyed and crazy. Don't move on together too fast. Yes, indeed, Kim. You can't move too fast, folks. It's nothing wrong. Look, let me tell you like this. Yes, you start hearing about it in our primal nature and the root chakra. We'll talk about, with the sex, the intimate sacral chakra plexus, all that. Right, got it. Yes, you'll hear that a man is a natural procreator, whatever situation be. All men just want sex and all that. Both parties want sex. But when you have the strength and you have the mental mindset, right, and you have the knowledge, you can sit back and not do that. I'm telling you right off the bat. But at the end of the day, you will sit there and know if that person is the right person in front of you. Don't be afraid to ask those questions. Ask the questions 24/7. The question you don't ask is the question you regret not asking later on down the line. Now you with this person, everything is your fault. They flip everything on you. They got you confused. You walking on eggshells because you can't be the true version of yourself. Both men and women. Men, I'm going to give this to the men if the men can hear me. I have 4 things. Women, you can adopt this also. Number 1 in my life is God, universe, source, energy. If a woman don't like that, get to stepping. Period, point blank. You ain't meant for me. You ain't meant to be in my life. Number 2 is my mission and my purpose. You cannot get in the way of that. You hear the videos. You see them out there. They got 20,000, 50, 100 million likes. A man want to be with you. He going to make time. That's true. A man wants to be with you. He will make time for you. But if a woman have to ask a man have to ask a woman to sacrifice their mission time for them, no. Because you're here, you have a mission. Takes ownership. Yes, indeed, Kim. Your mission is before them. You have a purpose. Men and women have a purpose here in this lifetime. You have a gift. That is your purpose. That is your mission. To make somebody else better. To make somebody else's life better. I'm not talking about with the 9 to 5. I'm talking about generally you have that gift. That gift of love, the gift of voice, the gift of everything that you have to give somebody else. Anybody tells you to sacrifice your mission time for them, yes, that might be it, but you ain't nothing but a friend. You ain't going no further. And keep it right there. They wondering why? Hey, let them know. Folks, I have boundaries. Don't call me after 7 p.m. You call me after 7 p.m., that better be an emergency. I will not answer that phone. If I'm looking at that name, I'm like, this person that don't know, I'm going to let it ring. The answer machine pick up or you send a text, hey, Leo, this emergency, I'm calling you then. Because I'm getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning so I can go exercise. Everybody knows that about me because I'm dropping some old dog 30 in the morning videos. Set your healthy boundary because that is your mission. Whatever your mission is, nobody should interfere with that. If anything, they ask you, hey, you know you got to go to bed. You know you got to get up and go do that. Oh, yeah, you're right. They're going to support you. They're not going to take from you. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's a man or a woman, they're going to support you. They're going to push you. Heck, they may even want to join in with you. You know what? I'm going to go to bed right now. Come pick me up and we'll go walking in the woods at old dark 30 in the morning. Make sure nothing jump out after me or whatever. Or let's go to the gym. Folks, let me tell you something. I'm going to say this. One of the most beautiful queens I had in my life, which was my ex-wife, we would go walking at, 1, 2 in the morning. She was a part of the program. I'm telling you right now, because she loved to work. And the thing about it wasn't no issue because she knew when she got done, we got done with our walk 6 miles, whatever, she was going back to bed. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. When you have that person in your life that's sitting there and they giving you that energy to go and they're a part of it and they want to be a part of it and they support you and you support them, that's a beautiful thing. But when somebody is sucking that energy from you, when somebody is always questioning why can't you do it at this time? You need to start sitting there and say, okay, this person trying to slow me down. Now, eventually your body going to get tired and you got to sleep. Oh, you sleeping in? What's going on? Yeah, I'm kind of tired. All right, go and get your nap on. You know what, tomorrow you want to go later on today? Because they're going to always be constantly motivating you because they see the potential, both man and woman. Both man and woman. The third thing, and which I'm already talking about right now, is you being the better version of you. How many of us done seen those couples? I ain't gonna say seen the couples because I don't put nobody down. You've seen the person that when they got married, 6-pack abs, boulder shoulders, old girl look like she an Instagram model, runway model, whatever it is. 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, the marriage ain't worked and they don't look nothing like it. That's why I tell folks, go become day one sexy again. Day one sexy. Go to the gym. Planet Fitness, $10, $20. Go walking. Go exercise. Look at what you're eating. A pork chop sandwich ain't going to help you lose weight. It just ain't. A hamburger ain't going to do it. Your person makes you better. Yes, indeed. It's a two-way street on that one, Kim, but I'm going to talk on that one. But that's what I'm trying to tell you, folks. A pork chop sandwich, all the hamburgers, it's not going to make you that much healthier unless you're doing the work. And fourth is that person you with because the first 3 is the umbrella for that person that's right here. So that's why I tell you, if you with somebody that's sitting there that's telling you, why can't you sacrifice for them? Why should you have to sacrifice for them? That's the question. Why should I have to sacrifice? I don't have to sacrifice because I know everything I'm doing is for the whole camp. Period. Everything is for the camp. But you'll know when that person is sucking the energy out of you when they telling you to cut back on this or you don't have no time for me. Because that's the favorite line for everybody. You don't have no time for me. I got a lot of time. I was told this a lot. Oh, you don't have no time. And I remember myself in a relationship talking on the phone we talking 6 hours. And I'm like, dang, I'm about to miss the gym because I'm sitting on the phone stuck with you. I had to stop it. And that happened a lot. I said, man, I got to stop this. So I'm here to tell you, potential for people to be a narcissist is always sitting in front of your face when you start asking the question. And sometimes, folks, they're going to answer the questions. Now you got to see the actions. Now I'm going to go back to Kim. Your person makes you a better person. I agree with you on that. But I'm going to tell you what's key to it is you making yourself better. That's key. They add to you. But and I'm going to say this to everyone, and listen to me. If you always look for somebody to make you better, you will never get better. If you look for someone to make you better, to add into you, you will never get better. Inside of you, you hold everything within you. It ain't about the motivation. Motivation comes and goes. I feel it all the time. If you got discipline and consistency, that happens. Now, you get that person that come onto your team that can see the things that you can't see, man, they can add to you. You will hear men talk about the woman being a helper. Men can be the exact same thing. Folks, person come on the Gregoire team, we're a team, period. Team, period. It ain't just the Gregoire show. You part of the show also. What you working on? Oh, you need some help? What you want to do? Don't be scared. I got you. I'm going to help you. That's the Gregoire team. But if you're a person who just want to eat at the table and consistently eat, and you ain't trying to clean the table, you ain't trying to buy, you ain't trying to do none of that, ain't going to work. Now, I'm saying this to say this. My philosophy as a man, I buy the home, you make it a home. Your money is your money. My money is our money. I got it. And I believe in that. But if you sitting there and you trying to always spend up all the money, hold up, freeze, stop, pump your brakes. We got something we got to work at. I'm doing that now, working on myself and loving myself. Yes, indeed, you got to keep on working. Got to keep on working, man. It's work every day, folks. It's work every day. Them dream boards, them vision boards, we got to do that work. But when we on this journey, again, we can't hide from it. We can't hide from somebody trying to get in our life. We're going to get it, either we're going to get it in that person that we're about to date, or you're going to get it in the workplace. You're going to get it in the store, you're going to get it from a family member. You cannot hide what the higher powers have coming in for you. You cannot hide. If you interviewing somebody that's a potential come in your life and their stories don't add up, that math ain't mathing. You need to be looking at them like, okay, you got your in? Hey, friend, we might even talk, we might not. Good morning, see you later, whatever. I'm telling you, folks, I'm going to tell you, in my young days, when I was running the streets real hard, I ain't going to say my young days, this was not too long ago. When I was out there in them streets running hard, yes, I was a 40-plus-year-old man in them streets. 40-plus, I mean late 40s, running hard. 50s, running hard. I couldn't understand, well, how these females don't know. I think the females knew what I was doing. They just dealt with me because I did not want to hurt nobody, but I was very selfish. I wanted sex. Yes, if a woman came visit me, yeah, I'm going to wine and dine you all day long. Yes, if I met you in a restaurant, I'm asking you questions. I was that kind of guy. I'm going to ask you questions. What's going on? I'm asking because I was not scared to ask questions. I was not scared to lose you because I knew 50 others. I'm asking those questions. My narcissism was based on, it was like the bedroom. And then we got really deep into it. I'm like, okay, then I'm going to be more demanding. I'm going to be the most argumentative person. I'm going to do the gaslighting. That's who I was. If anybody knew my ex-wife, she'd tell you, Leo would leave in a minute. He got mad, he wouldn't stay in the house. He would leave, and I don't know where that boy's at. I was that guy. There was something that was engraved in my head as a young man because when I was very young, right when my daughter was born, I would hit a woman. And I'm not ashamed to say that because I've learned a lot of lessons. I would hit a woman. I would. And I did. My daughter was born. I vowed to God, universe, source, and I would never touch a woman in violence ever again. And I never did. But I will tell you, I was the most argumentative person you'd ever want to be around. I played the victim, and I played it very well. But I never wanted to hurt anybody. So if a woman flew in to visit me, or however it was, she knew she was going to get wined and dined. Yeah, I'm cooking you breakfast. You got that. We're going out to eat as soon as you get off that plane because you got work to do when everything is done and over with that night. Next day, she knew she was going to the mall, movies, whatever it was. If we're going shopping, yeah, I'm going to buy you something. You got work to do. You got work to do, right? Then the next day, she either get on a plane, Greyhound bus, whatever situation may be, or she's driving away. But people, I'm trying to tell you something. Don't sit down there and think that you can't interview somebody that you potentially bring into your energy. Interview them. You have every right. Ask them the personal questions. Have you ever had a sexually transmitted disease? Ask them. Ask them. I know some people, I ain't gonna ever ask that question on the first date. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to. 9 times 10, I might not ask the question, but I'm gonna generalize. I'm somewhere and somehow, some way, I'm gonna get into that question. It's gonna happen sometime. Because to me, sometimes I'm like, okay, well, how's everything going? Are you good? I'm asking questions because I'm not afraid. And that's what we need to stop being afraid to ask those pertinent questions. You know what I'm saying? And folks, don't be with that person that just rush. Oh, when I'm moving in your house, I can move on in. I'm bringing my clothes. Or you got that person that spends the night, one night, they got a suitcase. You might be like, okay, what's going on here? And you got to go to work. My thing is, folks, here it is. I don't care how good the sex is. I don't care how beautiful they are. There are signs that you might be with somebody that's a narcissist. And down the line, test first, yes, indeed. And down the line, this person going to be one of the people that's going to be teaching you the biggest lessons. I see it all the time. Look, folks, I was living in my ex-wife's house, her house, not my house. Yes, I walked in, I assumed the man of the house. But something inside me like, yo, you need your own. You need your own. Period, point blank. That's why I would tell women, does the man have an apartment? Woman, you can have a mansion. Does he have an apartment? Oh, he don't have an apartment. He stays with his mom. Why is he staying with his mom? Why is he staying with his friends? Why? Ask those questions. Don't have no man move in your house until he get him straight. I know men, y'all might not like this, but I'm telling you point blank. Sorry. Hey, Kim, I see you. Sorry, I missed that narcissist and he messed up my whole family. Yep, they'll come on in and destroy stuff. Women, don't let no man in your house. Don't let no man. I don't care if you behind in your bills. Do not let any man in your house. He needs to have his own. To me, that's almost like a known. Men have, even if it's an apartment, all right, at least he's trying. But ask the man the questions. What are your goals? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? When he laying all them gold dreams out there and you see him putting that work in, yep, you might want to go ahead and give him some fuel. That doesn't mean he still gets to move in. That's nothing saying that you can't spend a night at his joint. That doesn't mean he can't spend a night at your joint. But a man like myself, I was never pushing to move into a woman's joint. Oh no, I'm like, I always had to have my own. And even when I moved in with my wife and we had all our marital issues and we got our divorce, even through all of that, I'm like, shoot, I want to have my own. And that's the way I was. I don't think a man is selfish when he says, baby, I can't move in with you. To me, that's not who I am. And she could be insistent on it. But if a man is like that and he's sitting there, I don't know. I don't know. To me, I'm just that guy. So I would always tell a man, go have your own. Because a woman gets mad at you. If this is that type of woman, she get mad at you and kick you out. Where you going? Back on that couch? Back at somebody's house? Have your own. Have it. Period. Point blank. Have it. Women. Men. Same thing for you. That woman want to move in. What does she have going on? She want to move in the kids. What she got going on? Figure it out. Hey, babe, what's going on? You need to get yourself an apartment, get yourself a spot. What's going on? What's happening? Now, I'm telling you, women, you can't save a bro. Men, you can't save the HOE word. You can't do it. They got to want to save themselves. Yes, there's a lot of women in the world that say, I'm independent, right? I would never sit there and tell a woman, do not be independent, but do not have your independent status clash when it comes down to being a man with a man. Two men can't live together, especially when one don't look like a man. I'm being honest with you. Two men can't live together. You can't come in my house think you're going to be the man in my house. I'm going to stop you at the door, say, hold on, stop, freeze, pump your brakes. I got my position, that's your position. We can huddle up, and you got some plays that you need me to run, and I got some plays I need you to run. I can care less what you make. I can care less your money, I can care less all of that. You know what I'm saying? And someone may find that difficult. Well, I'm independent, I've been doing, and I got it. And that's the fault of the system because we have a lot of single mothers, more so than we have single parent fathers. More so single parent moms. Raising 1, 2, 3, up to 5, maybe even 10 kids by themselves, working them 2 and 3 jobs. Yes, the system has failed us in a lot of ways, but I'm going to tell you, it didn't start with the system. It started in the household. Go look at mom and dad and keep going back, keep going back, keep going back. That's where the problem came in at. But again, it all starts when you sitting down there with that interview, when you sitting at that meal and you sitting there talking to that person. Even if y'all don't eat a meal, or you asking the questions on the phone, or you interviewing that person on the phone, or you asking them pertinent questions on the phone. Don't be afraid to offend somebody. You much rather offend a person on the first and second day versus being 1 to 2 years down the line. Now they're in the house offending you. Because now you stuck that, like Andy Gunt, the silly chump, wondering like, how did this all happen? Why do I feel like I can't wear what I want to wear? Or I can't hang out with the homies for one night? Or I can't just go fishing. You see what I'm getting at? Don't be afraid to ask those questions. Do not. But I will tell you, I don't care how long you stay by yourself. You can stay by yourself for 20 years. Somehow, some way, God, universe, source, energy, when it's time for you to awaken, when it's time for you to start ascending, when it's that time, you're going to start getting everything that you need to help you heal. Because I'm going to tell you, you're not going to really be in that healing process until you start engaging with, guess what? Everything around you. There's nothing that's going to challenge you when you're by yourself. There's nothing. I'm proving. I walk the walk. Nothing is going to challenge you when you're by yourself. Nothing. The only thing you can do at that time is start thinking backwards. All right, what happened? Because at the end of the day, you're a common denominator. If you accept responsibility and accountability for your action, folks, I'm gonna tell you, as a narcissistic man, and I'm still healing narcissism, I had to take accountability and responsibility. I still feel like crap to this day for all the women I mistreated. And I'm still forgiving myself till this day for the dog crap crazy stuff I did to women. I'm telling you, sleeping with multiple women, knowing I got a woman. I'm still living through that to this day. And I'm still forgiving myself every day. That's transparency. So when these people sit up here and say, a narcissist can't hear, a narc can't hear, yes, we can. It's when we accept the reason, if we accept it. All we got to do is go on Google or go on ChatGPT. What are the signs and symptoms that trace the behavior patterns of a narcissist? And if you really want to heal yourself and you see that some of that stuff fits you, you can go to work. Now you starting. Now you accepting the fact that you may be a narcissist. I'm telling you. If you sit down there, even with codependency, I was very codependent. I'm throwing up in my face what I did for you. I want my accolades. I want to be applauded. I wanted all of that. I had to look at codependency. What is it? Codependency. Same thing. Yep, Leo, you right there, boy. You got from 3 to about 7, and you got 9 and 10, and you got the rest. I'm no different than anybody else. The only thing that at that time when I came out of my marriage, I said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of the stuff I was doing. I didn't want to jump from bed to bed. I wanted something different. And that's what I started working at. And it was the roughest, hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's very hard. And yes, it's a very lonely journey. It's very, very, very lonely, but it's very, very, very rewarding. And you keep on learning as you're growing. It's never going to stop. If you come across somebody say, I'm healed, you need to be looking at them with a question mark. Oh, really? That person don't know if they've been tagged, you're it. You're the person that's going to be healing generational stuff. They don't know it. Yes, it is rewarding for sure. Yes, indeed. They don't know it. I don't even know it. You know what? I just recently found this out in one of my spiritual things that I was going through my therapy session, that I'm tagged, you're it. You're the person that's going to stop all the narcissistic tendencies. You're going to be stopping all of the sleeping with multiple women. You're going to be the person that the ancestors, I'm going to say it again, that your ancestors are going to be proud of. Folks, some of us nowadays, we're breaking the bondages of what our ancestors are still being bonded for. Some of us are helping our ancestors out right now. But we so stuck thinking about ourselves that we don't think like, you know what my ancestors want me to do. What my mom, what my dad, what my grandfather, whomever, would they want me to ask this person 20,000 questions? Heck yeah, they don't want you to get yourself hurt, toe up from the floor up. They don't want that. So ask the questions, interview them. And anybody that want to be, hey, I appreciate you too, Sister T. Thank you. Ask those questions. Don't be afraid. Folks, I'm going to tell you, When I started doing this TikTok, I just sat there and looked at the phones. I got tired of talking to myself. But something inside me was like, you know what, Leo, you're going to tell people about your life. You're going to just tell people. Folks, let me tell you something. And if this person ever sees this live, I doubt they see this live. You will know when you with someone when they would tell you that, hey, look, don't be telling people about me. They got something to hide. When you with somebody like that, hint and a half, boom, 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 they become a friend. And folks, don't think you're the only ones that have been through it or walking through it. As much as I can sit here and be a life coach, transformation coach, I still go through it till this day. I still got to get on ChatGPT. Man, what's going on with this, that, and the third? I still got to go look in these books. I still got to ask the ancestors, mom, dad, what's going on? I need some help here. Folks, but I'm telling you, you're making an impact, bro. Hey, thank you, Solo Phil. I'm just trying to tell a story. I'm trying to help folks out here. But folks, I'm here to tell you, don't be afraid to ask 10,000 questions when you're going on that first date. I don't care how beautiful, how fine, I don't care. Ask questions. You're letting them in your energy. And as soon as y'all have relations, you already know. Y'all already entangled. All their traumas become your trauma, or your trauma become their trauma. Now y'all intertwined. Now you wonder like why you feel that way, because now you took on all their energy and whatever energies that they carrying. That's why I always say you come out of that relationship, start your healing process. It's okay to be friends with a man, and a man it's okay to be friends with a woman. I know you might hear a man can't be a friend with a woman. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Even if we're attracted to her, we can be friends with her. We can. We can always be, anybody can be attracted to someone and you can be a friend. But if it's supposed to go any further than that, it's going to go further than that. It's all going to happen. But if we always trying to control the flow of life, we make it painful. That's why I'm sitting here saying, folks, look at springs, look at the 4 seasons. Do the 4 seasons control anything? No, they happen. You're going to get hot summers. You're going to get spring, rainy springs. You're going to get the leaves falling in fall, and you're going to get the cold winters. That's going to happen. Stop trying to control life. Stop trying to control the inevitable. Just let it flow, let it happen. We want to say that I got to control, I got to have a kid by 30. Let it go. Folks, all my friends have bought houses and did all that crap in their 20s and 30s. I didn't start getting nothing until I was in my 50s. I'm being honest. And folks like, man, you got a house? Yeah, I got a house. But I got 2 houses. But guess what? Next year this time, I won't have none of this. Because it's dead weight to me. Because I've lived it. And that's for another story. And for me is, I've lived this. Great. Okay. I want to go do something else. I want to go on the other side of the world, live out of a backpack and a laptop and talking to folks about how great life is. At the end of the day, folks, it's not about me. It's about all of us. We're all connected. If you start talking about quantum entanglement, we're all fractals of the all. We're all branches of the same tree. You're putting somebody in your life. They're coming to your life for a reason. They might be you here. They might be there for a season, and they might just be for a season, but they're there for a reason. I had a friendship that lasted every bit of maybe 2 months. But within those 2 months, maybe 2 months to 3 months, maybe 4 at the most, in that window, they brought me all the things that I'm doing now. It's like they came, it's like the universe used them to, here you go, Leo, you need all of this. Everything they brought me in 2024 was all the stuff I was researching and studying in 2022. Do you see how God, universe, source, energy works? Nothing is ever wasted. Nothing's ever wasted. I'm telling you, this relationship lasted every bit of 4 months. Never seeing each other, talk on the phone, helping each other out, blah, blah, blah. They brought me the things that I was dealing with in 2022. It came back to me in 2024 and 2025. What is meant for you will never miss you. Can't no man, nobody get in the way of that. So I'm here to tell you, live your life, but you have every right to question everything. Question everything. Interview that person sitting in front of you. Ask the question, why is the world being ran the way it's ran? Ask those questions. Because we walk around this world nowadays, we don't want to ask questions. We just puppets. We just own that hamster wheel, and we don't want to ask one question. Hey, folks, I'm getting ready to shut the show down. Got a lot of stuff I got to get done today. Got granddaughters coming in. I got daughter coming on in. I got a lot of stuff to get done. But look, folks, I'm trying to tell you something. Don't be afraid to question any and everything. Whatever I said today, you need to be questioning it. Question it. It's your knowledge. You question it. Anybody tell you don't question something, you need to be walking away from them because they're going to be stunting your growth. Folks, y'all go out. Y'all have a great day today because we speaking that into existence. Y'all going to have a great day today. And folks, we're going to be back at this on Friday morning, going at it again. Don't be afraid to question any and everything. Folks, don't sit here with your blinders on. See the big old picture. There's a big picture. There's a lot going on, folks. Don't get stuck right here. Ask questions. Become the curious kid that you are, that inner child. Y'all have a good one.